recording. Hey everyone, it's Denise, and we're at Bunker Hill. I finally finished the main storyline, and we have Sean here. So I wanted to show you what this is all about. I've heard so much about it, so it's like getting, even though the settlement's been here since, day one the game started, it's a new settlement to me. And my friend Disco Dolly asked me a while back to do something with the settlement. And then she issued out a challenge for us to build up, I believe, the marketplace area. But I am doing up the whole settlement. I've heard so much good stuff about this settlement, but then I've heard bad stuff about it too. Bad stuff being as it's kind of like Covenant, where there's so many pre-made items that you're not able to get rid of. You can't move anything, you can't scrap certain things. But I think this one is a lot more friendly than Covenant. You can build higher here, and you have a lot more room. And a lot of stuff is already set up. Merchants are already here. People are already coming in and out of this place. It's just a really good place to set up trade. So that's what I'm using this for. It's a trading place. There's going to be all kind of people in here. There's going to be vault dwellers. There's going to be raiders. There's going to be Children of Adam. There's going to be Brotherhood of Steel people. There's going to be Atom Cat people. There's going to be Railroad people. There's going to be Minutemen people. There's just going to be all kind of people in here. So I've got them all dressed up in different clothes and things like that and everything. So I've been working pretty hard on this, but it's nowhere near done. But I just want to let you guys know when I go in here, this is only one bar full of stuff. So this just kind of lets you know what all you can put in here with just pretty much one bar. Because, well, it might be 1.25, but still, it's quite a bit of stuff in here just for one bar. So anyways, let me just go on ahead and get on in here and show y'all what this place is all about. And I don't know if anybody needs to know where Bunker Hill is on your map. I'll just kind of, from Sanctuary, there's Sanctuary, and then here's Bunker Hill. There's the Pridwin and the castle right there. So for anyone that's new, maybe watching this video and doesn't know, maybe that will be helpful to you. So here we go with this. I really love this little settlement. There's so many things you can do here that I've found out, like the existing little houses that are here. You can build onto them. You can glitch things into them. They've really been friendly to me, so I really haven't had any problems here so far. I've got 22 people going on already, but I want to max it out at least 30. So you've got, your regular settlers that you've brought here, plus you've got all these caravan people too. So this place is going to be beds upon beds upon beds because I've already noticed that any bed I put up, a caravan person, one of the people called caravan worker, goes ahead and sleeps in that bed like almost immediately. So your beds are being taken up by the caravan workers who you can't control them, you can't dress them, you can't, interact with them or tell them to do stuff, but they do take up your bed space. So I'm gonna have to have a lot of beds in here. So I've done like a lot of bunk beds and things like that. So I don't want to ruin too much for you guys. I just want to kind of do a quick run through and show you what I have up so far. I'm really sticking everything in every nook and cranny in here. So we've got a caravan dude right there already. They'll sit in your chairs just in random places. This place really feels alive as opposed to just a normal settlement because there's just people always in here walking around and doing something. See, we've got another one in here. See? And so, yeah, I'm just doing some weird bed things. a lot of bunk beds. Again, with the sleeping bag, when you put sleeping bags or mattresses under the beds, the settlers will use those, and so will the caravan people. So that's going to help with the bed count here, especially. Just like this one little shack was just like here, and I put some glass windows in here, and it looks really, spiffed up now. It looks really nice, I think. I used some cactuses as bedposts on this one. Like I said, I don't want to, mostly what I'm wanting to do is show Dolly, my progress, and hopefully give you guys some inspiration to build here, because really this place is not as bad as so many different people have made it out to be. At least I don't think it is. I mean, I really like this place. Here's the hotel over here with the bar. Here's the guys. I, put them, even though you can't assign them to anything. I'll just show you. You can't assign them to anything. They're already assigned to their... So he's a trader. So when I had to put level 2 lemonade stand above him, to try to kind of showcase that he is a merchant and he's there. So that's why I use the lemonade stand ones there. You can glitch another little bar in here, which I plan on doing one of the flat bars, and maybe assigning another bartender right to that spot, because they still have plenty of room to get in over here. They've got lots of room back here for a kitchen. I was going to make them a little kitchen, and then I did this little bunk bed thing over here. I saw Marcel Barbell, I think is the name, do this bunk bed in his treehouse video. I'll link it in the description. It's something Barbell. Anyways, I was referred to him to go to his channel and check out his builds from StaciPlaysFallout. So that's where I saw that bunk bed, him do a bunk bed like that. So I haven't seen people use this, but I'm assuming they can, since he used it and people are assigned to it already. So yeah, I built this extra part over here. And then what I did up here, sorry, I was still in the build menu there. I really wish I could have scooted these stairs out just a tad bit, because they're so awkward to get up, but I extended this. I'll fix up these rooms obviously later and give them a little bit more individuality or personality. And then here's an extra part up here. I'd always put, like more bunk beds up here, or maybe some booths for them, just an extra place to dine in again. I haven't put many defenses up here. I plan on doing the gorillas here because they're new and I've never used the gorillas, so I definitely want to use the gorillas. I am going to put some power armor in this little spot here, all up against this wall here. We can put, maybe like a little slum town up against here. Here's another little shack, pre-made shack that you can add on to. I love how these little, they had these little cubby holes, and I just stuck beds up there. And people will get up there and sleep in them, so they're just a perfect little spot for an extra bed or mattress. I put more another mattress down below there. Got this whole big area here. You can add more little shacks. It's just really great. And this little shack, I really did it up a Vault Tech people type of house, even though it's got a Minimin flag on it, but it's a Vault Tech people's house. Here's our exit. Come back soon. That's the exit. I brought Jezebel over. She's guarding so far. Water pump stuck back, away from everything. The generator is stuck back there. There was this little platform here that was the perfect size for that generator, so I stuck it on there. We've got our barber out here temporarily. I built onto this little shack. There's still lots more to be done here, as you guys can see. That had a little a stair part right here, or I can't remember. I think, yeah, I added those stairs, and so I added the rest of this. This was a little bit weird to build, so I didn't have any choice but to make it look kind of boxy, because if I would have tried to do some different shapes, I wouldn't be able to fit in the pieces certain ways and whatnot. So yeah, and I stuck some, I plan on glitching in some stuff over this Minuteman guy because I don't want him up there. I might do some of the Cappy guys over him. More water pumps here. Okay, let me show you what I did up here real quick because I want to show you that there's a whole nother world upstairs. So here we go. And here we got the workings of what is going to be perhaps maybe their arcade and gym up here. So obviously it's uneven up here, so I just kind of stair-stepped it, you know, down, and then stair-stepped it down again. And the way I line these up is I glitched in walls right here on these sides, and then they go up above, so I just attached the floors there, and it worked out pretty well. And so, let's see, I haven't showed you the inside of the marketplace yet, have I? And so there's still a lot more to be done in here, of course, too. There's little Sean. And these doors, you might as well just never touch these because they're never going to stay shut. People will open them and open them and open them all day and all night. Yeah, so this is what I've got going on so far. Tons of merchants in here. Clothing lady, armor. I put these two big shelves in the middle. It's alright if these are sticking out. I'll just add some more stuff below them to make it look like, you know, it's being stocked with stuff. There's our Vault Tech lady who lives in that Vault Tech house at the front. I was able to glitch an entire full bar in here. But the funny thing is the entire bar itself will actually stack up on top of the pre-existing bar that was there. And I did actually try that, and she was floating in the air, but it looked really funny. This stacked, all this stuff stacked on here, but I wanted these sunk down, so I put those on with the pillar, but I didn't have to. All this stuff stacked on here on its own, on the pre-existing bar. Even if I didn't have the other bar underneath there, these still stacked on there. So I'm assuming some more stuff will stack on the existing counters over here too. I will see what funky things I can come up with. I kind of did this the same way as I did the bar guys over there. You know, the Trash Can Carla, Cricket, and the Doctor come here, and they'll stand not totally centered, but kind of over to the side, and you know, it just makes them look like, you know, they're a regular merchant. I'll do the same with Deb. I'll have a little lemonade stand over her just to, you know, bring out the fact that she is a merchant here too. And besides her, I mean, glitching another bar counter in here or another counter in there just seems kind of dumb because you wouldn't be able to see it anyways, and you can't assign her to it. At least the lemonade stand gives a more like visual, you know, cue that, you know, she is a merchant, and there she is, you know. At least that's how I'm justifying it. So So yeah, that's what I have so far for the merchant part, and you can see those walls that I patched up there. However, I was not able to get a wall in on this side for whatever reason, but these all went in pretty well, and it just kind of makes it look a little bit more neater and not so many holes in the walls. And so I have not fixed up the bathroom yet, which this is going to be a bathroom. I don't think I want to turn it into a home or a little shack or anything. Of course I could. I don't really do a lot of bathrooms in my settlements, but I guess I could stick some outhouses out here and there. So I was able to change Kessler's outfit, but nobody else will let me change their clothes. Like the doctor over here, I cannot change her clothes. And then the bartender, this guy, I could not change his clothes. And I could not change his clothes. And Deb, of course, on the inside, I cannot change her clothes either. So they'll just have to have those kind of messed up looking outfits for now, I guess. So yes, that's what I have so far, guys. I hope it inspires you and helps you out and gives you some ideas as well. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I've been working pretty hard on it. And still got some other things coming up too. We still got the house made out of pictures that I've been working on over there at Sanctuary Hills, and then of course our haunted house that we're going to be working on at Longfellows. Of course, that I probably won't show any progress on that because I kind of want it to be a surprise. I've got so many ideas for that place, but anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for 800 subscribers. Welcome all the new people. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope you're going back through my list and enjoying some of the other builds that I've done and some of the funky, weird and wonderful things I have done. So anyways, thank you so much for subscribing and commenting and watching the videos. And I hope y'all are well. I will see you in the next one. Bye.